Alright, we're at end of day. Again, let's clear up our desktop. Let's be presentable. Time passed, a year, and then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight. It did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, and what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. So I think the length of the game, I wonder if it's just this number of days. Alright, next day. Day 4, Monday. It's raining again. A very soothing rainy day. Hello, Hellebore. I do not know what to do with this. This is very unhelpful. For now, we're just going to put it as a clue. Reuben Ward. I think we've had you before. The Fox button was no help. I'm afraid the Sisterhood still refused to speak openly with me. Yes, you were trying to... We gave you Fox button, I remember now. Not that I have the time to pursue it properly. I'm rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found up at the Swingside Stone Circle, and apparently it's a grisly one. Don't suppose you've got anything to help me keep my lunch down. My stomach's never coped too well with the grisly ones. Ooh, fennet. We have fennet, and we have it labeled. It's medicinal. It is you. Alright. Plant identified. So we didn't... I labeled it previously because that's when we got it, but we hadn't technically identified it yet. But let's collect a book entry for a witch fig. A fig? A plant that is said to have many uses, including easing the symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting the presence of certain compounds. It's also well liked by butterflies. It has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, which it is often confused with. Huh, okay. Hello, Hellebore. Mailman's back. Morning. Verona Green handed me this for you. She seemed in a good mood. Was she the one with the people upstairs having a seance or whatever? I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Rustland. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the Sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seemed overly protective lately. Oh, but they seem overly protective lately. Or maybe she's just the one that keeps mailing us. Alright, let's check where we are here, Verona. A recent trip to Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Rustland. So we were in Grisdale before, because this is where the witches are. Just northeast of Rustland. Alright, so here's Rustland. Just northeast. This is northeast, and it's in the forest, so let's go here. From the moment I step off the road, I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Suddenly I find my way blocked by 3 women wearing cloaks and holding short elbows. Nobody may wander freely throughout the forest by order of the Arda, says the leader of the trio. I turn to walk back, but then again, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Ah, hey, here's our invisibility plan, huh? Alright, book. Book, please. We're looking for Mellow Glow. Alright, so Mellow Glow is the one that has thorns. The Mellow Glow has sharp thorns that protect it from predators. Well, I've got multiple that have thorns. This guy's got thorns. A single pink flower that smells pleasant. But I have that blue plant as well. This guy. Turquoise flowers, sharp thorns. What did the pink one say? These thorns look very straight, as compared to these which actually look like thorns. I honestly don't know, but I'm going to go that direction. Alright, so this one's invisibility, so this one's definitely magical. Magical was yellow? Yeah, I think magical's yellow. Plant identified. Alright, we're getting a Caballia. Alright, add it to the book. With the help of the Mellow Glow, I walk right past the sisters without them paying me any heed. Chuckling to myself, I collect the plant that Verona talked about and take my leave. Neat. All right, we're done with this letter. Let's put it in the archive. And we need to label you as Mellow Glow. Where do you fit? Right here. There we go. Faye Swift, you are back, Faye. I am afraid. You're the one with visions, right? The camphor you gave me is helpful in sleeping, and I'm very grateful for it, but the visions are as strong as ever. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. She screams at me, but I do not know why, and behind her, that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams feel like a warning that I don't understand, a mosaic of color that refuses to come into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down the abyss, but I'm afraid. Aguria or Candlewood. Okay, let's see here. Let's see which is which. Aguria, when burned, incense made from the woody stem can enhance psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and prophecies. Light blue flowers like rounded tufts of gentle limbs will characterize this plant. Okay, and the other one was Candlewood. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Okay, so this one is protective, the other one is enhancing. Long, thin stems grow among tall leaves. What is this? Produces a red flower with long... Is this thing? Long, thin stems grow among tall leaves, bright red flowers. I don't know what this is. This is potentially Candlewood. I'm kind of curious. Alright, Anne, here's your question. Would you give the lady restful sleep, or would you enhance her ability to see things? It definitely said red flower. You're not really red. This is considered a fruit, not a flower. So that has to be... I can't confirm it unless I use that one. Alright, what was the... Aguria. Light blue flowers, which are in those tufty things. So let's see here. What? I don't even have this, do I? The bulb is quite firm and turquoise in color. The orange fruits have no noticeable odor. That's the bulb, though. I haven't labeled this previously. I'm kind of like, I want to do this one, I think. But I don't think I bought the plant. Right now, you would think sleep, but seeing things could be good as well. I think we're going to end up going that route just because I don't think we've got the plant. Like, if it wants me to make choices, I should have both plants, but I don't have anywhere else to go except for this thing. And how am I supposed to determine what that is until I have to be able to get at some point more clues before I'm able to do that. You're Lemon Dandy. You would sort of match this, but you're definitely not the right plant. Any other blue tufty things? You're blue and tufty, but you're the Harlequin blue. This one actually looks pretty close. Okay, I guess we're going... did I alphabetize this correctly? Yes, I did. I guess we're going for the other one. Candlewood. I think it's you. Alright, Candlewood indeed. We got a Worry Less. Alright, this is probably going to be magical as well. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of affliction of the mind. And so you are going to be Candlewood, and you're going to be yellow. Alright, you are Brimlock Pavilion. Let's just move you down. Candlewood goes here. Okay. Hello, next person. Margaret Elsbeth. We don't come to Undermere often, but I heard about your shop and I said to Francis we simply must pay a visit. It's a wonderful breath of life in an otherwise dreary town. I'm the green-fingered one, and it's not really his cup of tea, but I persuaded him the trip would do him good, and besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake. Shame about this awful weather, though. You must come to Iceberg. We have a small library with some book on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. I'm sure they will be of interest to a horticulturist such as yourself. Okay. You are cordially invited to Iceberg Castle, Lord and Lady Elizabeth. Well, let's go. Iceberg Castle. Castle. Here's a castle, but that's Mr. Castle. Egremont Castle. Where would one find a Iceberg? Oh, here we go. Iceberg Castle. I am greeted oh my gosh, we're getting 2 plants and a book entry. I'm greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elsbeth herself. She's very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer. She takes me on a tour of the gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you, she exclaims, pointing out a plant that I do not recognize, but before I can stop to take a look, she has already whisked me on to the next. And this one too, she says. I'm quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library, and I don't have the time to make as thorough a study as I would like. Nevertheless, I am able to find an interesting entry that I note down. Don't forget these, Lady Elsbeth cries as I make to leave. She thrusts the plants from the gardens into my hands, and I thank her warmly. All right, we've got a fever... Oh my gosh, look, those are cool looking. That might be my favorite plant yet. All right, we archived our our invitation. All right, let's open our book back up. All right, now... Helilor, how has your day been? I was out at Iceberg Castle. Philip Shaw. Mushroom. Red spores. Moves in... Oh, we know which one that is. That's all I've got. Any ideas? Yeah, I don't know which one it is, but we ran into this. We saw... Wait. The Wandering View is the one that moves. We already labeled it. That's why we were looking at it. Mushroom red spores moves in the dark. This one moves several meters per knives. And yeah, I think we're looking for the Wandering View. Oh, we've never identified it before. Why did we put it in here? How did I have it labeled? I don't remember. But apparently we've officially identified it now. All right, Helibor. Selena Scott. They're saying Blackcomb is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all, but then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Either way, there's something evil in them hills, and I'm not taking any chances. Awful what happened to that poor young man up at Swinside. I've come for some stinking Mount Cap. Someone else did want those mushrooms? I wonder why... Or wait, were those... We got those from somebody. Somebody gave them to us. I don't remember. Stinking Mont Cap. I don't have a stinking Mont Cap, but here's a sunset Mont Cap. Is that close enough? What does it do, I guess? The sunset Mont Cap is a type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called stinking Mont Cap, as a result of its unpleasant odor. It's thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the home, and is often placed in doorways that is mildly toxic to humans and should not be eaten. Is that the one that smelled like milk? This guy? With a domed cap. I mean, you also have a domed cap. All this says it has red warts growing on it. What about you? A vicious white liquid can be seen oozing from its underside. I mean, if this one's, it's called a stinking Mont Cap. And this one smells of soured milk, right? That has to make sense. And you are deter unwanted souls. You would be magical. Sunset Mount Cap. Ooh, we got a hen chuck. Alright, here we go. Magical. Sunset Mount Cap. Let's move you down to your yellow brethren. You actually go after the St. John's, Poppy, which means I need to shimmy everybody over, just so there's room for you. Okay, putting our stuff away for the evening, because it is, of course, the end of another day. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east, where the Everhart grows. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. Huh. Day 5. Okay. I'm not sure if we have enough information at this moment to do this. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. Is there something called the abbey? I mean, I saw a couple, like here's Iceberg Castle. There were some castles over here. The Muncaster Castle. Oh, here's Abbey. Egremont Castle. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east, where the Everhart. So to get the Everhart, we have to go 3 miles. So 1, 2, 3 to the east. Let's try it. Yeah, we were right. A dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, stands alone on the hillside. Off to one side, a patch of flowers grow in a low mound. And this is called the Everhart. Again, I don't know what this thing does, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to label it pink right now because we don't have much that's pink, so I'm going to question it if it's pink. There we go. Perfect. Hello, Hellebore. Faye, you're back again. I must thank you. Last night, for the first time in weeks, my mind was calmed. I am no longer tormented by visions of the woman in the jade mask and that terrible monster. Now I'm wondering if you have some worry list to keep my over-anxious thoughts at bay. Alright, worry list. An aptly named plant. Inhaling the smell of the flowers is said to help ease symptoms of anxiety. So it does have a flower on it. It has these kind of tall leaves. What about you? The leaves look a little more rounded. What about you? You look kind of right. Except your leaves don't have the veins down the middle. But maybe. What about you? You got berries, not flowers. That's right, we're looking for something that has flowers. Your leaves don't look right either. What about you? That's right, you're just fruits. So far we have... This has berries as well. Oh, inhaling the smell of the flowers is said to help ease symptoms. This has a sweet scent, like strawberry dipped in honey. You are a very good possibility. Do I have an open shelf for you? I don't. You were the other one I was looking at. Oh, these smell wonderful. Well, thanks a lot, game. Okay, these are the two we're looking at, which are sitting next to the watering can. This one's, I think, fruit as well. Yeah, red fruits. They're not a flower. The leaves aren't bending over. Alright, so we're looking at these two. guess I'm leaning towards this one because of the fact that it's got the veins in the middle of the flower. And the flowers smell wonderful. Let's try this. The worry less. Okay. Now we got a book entry for a hop heart. Alright, you are a worry less. You. Gosh, I guess that would be medicinal. Like I said, some of these are open to interpretation. There we go. Pet Hellebore. Simone, you are back. I met a strange man on the road to Sedberg not 2 days ago. Stranger still, he asked for you. He said he had something for you. Don't ask me what. So I told him where to find you, but he looked stricken when I mentioned Undermere. Said he doesn't come near towns at all if he can help it. He was headed west, at least. I think he was. He said he was looking for the Winster Spring. I'll write this down. Okay, good. I was going to say I was scrolling back up through. Did you manage to find the plant? Yes, the common trouse. There we go. Right, here's the note. Man wanted to meet you headed west from Sedberg, possibly near the source of the river Winster. Right, let's get our note out here. Sedberg. I think we saw that before, did we not? Sedberg. Sedberg. Maybe I was thinking Scissored Castle. Sedberg. There's Sadgill. Is that close? Oh, here's Sedberg. He was going west from Sedberg, possibly near the source of the river West. Okay. This is the river Winster, so I guess this is where it ends. It's still west of Sedberg. But directly west would be this tile, which is in the woods. I'm going to go with this one. The hermit's camp is easy to find, nestled between two boulders above the spring. The cooled remains of a fire ringed by stones is the only immediate sign that anyone was here. I call out, but there is no reply. The hermit is not here. A more thorough search of the campsite yields something interesting. Tucked off to one side, I discover some broken pieces of wood arranged on the floor. Down to over 3. Alright, everybody got that? We need to go from there, probably, is what I'm thinking. From wherever we just clicked on, we need to go 2 tiles down and 3 tiles to the east. Oh, good, we can go right away. Okay, hang on. Alright, so we went here. So down to 1, 2, 3. So we're going here. Alright. The camp at the Winster Spring has led me to another camp of sorts where I'm greeted by an eccentric man. Oh yes, yes. Ho ho ho. The man says, you must take this. Take it. Take it. At his insistence, I receive the looking glass that he thrusts into my hands. He places an envelope delicately on the top. Ah, it's no use to me anymore. Ah, no use. Don't forget the red. The red. The red. The red. Ah, Ebony. I am quite sure that he is mad. Alright, we're getting an item and a letter. What is this? It is said that the red ebony plant has the property of uncovering that which is hidden in or secret. I have perfected a device designed to use extract from the plant in concert with a viewing window in order to permit the user to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked eye. Wait, what? In concert with a viewing window in like this? Wait, hang on. Oh, this doesn't go in front of it. Or is it this thing? I still think this thing probably is used with the map. Alright, we did this though. Let's archive that. I don't know what that means. Let's put the letter here. Let's put all these things over here. Okay. Hello, Hellebore. Conrad Stanway. I don't think we've seen you before. I am not long for this world, and I have decided that I want to be buried in a grave decorated with rare and beautiful Caballia, like a rare huntsman with their Dranthium-covered tombs. Caballia. A rare plant that is believed to help the dead find peace in the afterlife. Those who can afford it place wreaths made from it at the graves of their loved ones. It's got 6, and it's got some fronds in the middle. Caballia flowers almost always contain 6 petals. Finding a 7-petal flower is considered to bring good fortune. We saw something that had 6 petals. It wasn't you. This one's got 5. This guy. This one's actually got 5 fronds. Oh, this has 5 fronds. Okay. I assume it is you. Okay. A book entry. Forever bright. Take care not to touch his brightly colored thorns. They will do no lasting damage, but they contain a small amount of venom that will cause a severe pain. I wonder if this is this pink flower that we've had. You were the Caballia. We will consider you magical. I'm going to pretend that that's how you spelled that because my stuff was in the way. Candlewood. Grimlock. Caballia. Okay. Maybe not. That other thing said it was brightly colored thorns, I think. I don't think I've got brightly colored thorns. Okay. Your reputation is growing, horticulturist. I hear you're the person to come to for plants that are difficult to acquire. My head feels like it's being torn in two lately. I'm looking for some hop heart. Do I have hop heart? I don't remember reading about hop heart. I've got a book entry for it. Inhaling smoke from burned, dried leaves of this plant can provide pain relief. Firm leaves grow up the stems, leading to blue flowers. Okay, so they're kind of on either side with blue flowers. Stiff leaves. There we go. Firm leaves. Stiff leaves. There we go. Hop heart. Alright, another book entry for Copper Caledonian. And we're going to label you as a medicinal. Hop heart. Lemon Dandy, Lady of Summer, Dandy Root. Everybody scoot down. I need to make room for the hop heart. Yep, there we go. Verona Green is back. Reuben Ward has called on my unique expertise to aid in his investigation at the Swinside Stone Circle. Weren't you the person that was trying to turn a boy into a toad? Unique expertise. Ha! He knows how to flatter an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a good long thought, actually, but my curiosity has got the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me, and I'll bet they've found something juicy down there. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe. I could do with some witchy fig to take with me. Always comes in useful. That was that fig thing we were reading about. I hadn't actually identified it yet, but which fig? It has similar leaves to the... Okay, so we have to identify the fever kiss first. That's right. Fever kiss. Red berries provide an energy boost that lasts several hours. Leaves are pale in color. That's that... We're at the mushroom side, which... you must be the fever kiss, right? I'm gonna label you as fever kiss. Actually, an energy boost makes you medicinal. I was gonna mark it as pink, but that should be correct. Now, what would you be normally mistaken with? Maybe this guy? Oopsie. Small yellow berries? I mean, they're not quite the same shade of pale leaves, but I could understand how this looks basically like this, just some different colors. Which fig? Which fig? I mean, it is like a fruit plant. This makes sense to me. Okay, another book entry for Jacob's Worth. All right, you are... symptoms of infection, so you are medicinal. You become purple. Which fig? Fig with a P. Fig with a P. I'll scoot you on down here. I'm running out of spaces to put things that are labeled. Might have to start swapping the ones that I have not identified with the ones at the top. Hello, Hellebore. We haven't done anything with this letter yet. Isidore Burbage. I never see anybody in your shop. It's a daily surprise to me that you're still in business. You know what? I should have given you the thing that gave you sores. Believe me, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have to be, especially with that cat still here. I need some bishop's parasol for a work-related matter. A mushroom found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it. It can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. The gills on the underside of this mushroom, the seep of milky fluid that can be consumed as a treatment for stomach pains. That was this one, right? Nope. Just kidding. Maybe the red one? This one's lighting. A viscous white liquid can be seen oozing from its underside. Bishop's parasol, which is medicinal. Medicinal. Whoops! No, not you. Medicinal bishop's parasol. Oh, goodness. Can I squeeze a sixth one on this shelf? Yeah, I can do that. I left the fever kiss down here because I've not technically confirmed. I mean, it should be. And this is the Everheart, but we actually have not identified what Everheart is, I don't think. I don't think I've got the... Yeah, I don't have the thing for that yet. Alright. Oh, we're at the end of the day. I just realized there was a note from the author in that book. We should read that. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current, floating gently southwards to the fork. Not long after the girl left home, her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. Day 6. Alright. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake. Coniston. Here's Coniston. Wow, that was some good thunder there. Here we go. Coniston. The old man. The old man of Coniston. Here's the old man. It is literally a mountain peak. Of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current, floating gently southwards to the fork. So here? The heavens open up as I reach the fork. I take a moment to pause and listen to the sound of water on water. I am soaked through, but my spirits are high as I return home. I am not empty-handed. 2 new plants today. Oh, they're purple. They're pretty. I like them very much. Alright, good morning, Hellebore. Eleanor Bramer. We've not had you before. The insects make the salt marshes uninhabitable. People stay away, and not much grows there, but I know where to find an unusual plant. I have drawn you a map in case you decide it's worth your time. Ooh. Oh, we can go immediately. Oh. She said something about a marsh, right? Let's... Is there anything that's listed as a marsh? Coniston water, masked water, Lake Undermere. What is this line, I wonder? Like, this looks like it's... So this is some sort of larger body of water, is what I think this is. This is probably a lake that goes into it, which kind of looks like this one, sort of. Like, does this look right to you guys? Which would mean we would be going here-ish? Maybe this is not correct. Let's try it. Nothing here. I have failed. Okay, we've got to wait till our will to explore comes back up. We'll pet Hallibor and we'll ring the bell. Bethany Coleman, are you another part of Artist Crew? Thank you for your help and discretion earlier. Maybe I had Bethany Coleman before. The Sisterhood is grateful, but the news that the artist was poisoned with gilded dendra has everyone worried. The temporary acting artist panicking. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but one of the sisters has gone missing. A runaway called Thea that we took in a few years ago. We are trying to find her, and Sister Charlotte remembered that the Jacob's Worth plant is said to help. Wow. That was the first time I saw lightning in this game. That lit up the whole outside. I didn't realize there was like I didn't realize you could see outside. Jacob's Worth plant is said to help locate people. Alright, Jacob's Worth. You didn't think that it looked like the right place, Anne? We'll look at it again in a minute. People tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of the Jacob's Worth, but it is the leaves that have the most interesting properties. It is said they point the way towards any person you wish to locate and have been used successfully to find many a lost wanderer out in the fells. Okay, so it has a flower, and it's got leaves that look like this. Is this you? This is an unusual flower for sure. You look like the most promising. These leaves seem to have a mind of their own. I'm not even looking for another culprit. It's you. It's you. We're gonna label you as magical. Jacob's Worth. Did that? Jacob's. There we go. Also, I don't know. What the heck? Jacob's Worth. I have no idea what I just spelled. Alright, here we go. Alright, we got a book entry for Solomon's Scepter. Alright, good sir. I've got to find a place for you in and amongst all the purple guys. Is there any further down here we can go? Not really. Alright. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to alternate these. The unlabeled plants will now go up top because I've run out of space. Alright, Jacob's Worth, where do you actually go in your... Oh, literally right where you are. That was ironic. Okay. Alright, we have the will to explore again. Let's take a look at this again. Anne disagreed with me previously, and obviously she was correct. Let's see. What do we have? I'm wondering if these little ripples just mean it's any sort of water, or does it have to be this one because there's Oh my gosh, there's a sea monster on the map. I still think it looks like this over here. I clicked on I3 previously, but it could be maybe J3? Are you going to argue with me again, Ian? Do you have any other options that you're seeing? I'm going to go ahead. It doesn't take too long for your... I'm going to try J3. Nothing here. Okay, that's fine. We will figure it out. let's just tack you. Let's put you in here for now. Hello, Hellebore. Arthur Cook. It's my wife's birthday and I wanted to get her something special. There was a plant that she used to love as a child, but she hasn't been able to find any in years. It's sort of a bulb-like and it has a strong smell to it, but strong in a good way. And oh, the flower is more like lots of little flowers. Okay, that's right. We're looking up top now. I almost grabbed this guy because this is made up of a bunch of little flowers. It's a bulb. I don't have anything that's a bulb right now. You think up higher? Alright, let's look. I have neither the time nor the you can water your plants. Okay, that's fine. Well, you know what? It doesn't mean it's not something that we haven't had previously. It's pungent but not unpleasant. The bulb is a soft yellow and the leaves are waxy. It's a sort of bulb-like and has a strong smell to it, but strong in a good way. The flower's more like lots of little flowers. It sounds like this guy. What are you again? Forest Camphor? I'm gonna try it. We haven't gotten any dread yet, so... Ah, I was right. Okay. You get a different sort of puzzle if you actually get this, if you get stuff wrong. Oh, good luck. We've got the will to explore again already. Alright, ants is up higher. Hang on. You mean, like, you think it's, like, up higher at the same place, or you think it's... Do you think it may be, like, here? You still think it's this location just up a little higher, so maybe, like, here? Like H3 this time? Is that what you're thinking, Anne? Anne agrees. We'll try H3. There are more important things I could be doing back at the shop, Anne. Literally, there are more. Okay. Alright, we're still failing on that one. It's alright. Like I said, it comes back quickly, so... Plus we can water plants if we need to. Enos Alford. We've had our eye on you for some time now. Join us. Praise the Dendrew. Well, now we can look for it again. I represent a group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise would be very useful to us, and we have much to offer in return. Let us know we can count on you by leaving a single St. John's poppy flower outside Sagil Church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us. Praise the Dendrew. Sure. I don't know what these people do, but apparently we gotta go to Sagil Church and leave a poppy. Sagil Church. I saw that somewhere because I thought it was Sedberg. I just don't remember where. Maybe one over in the 3? So, like, this one, you think, Anne? Yeah, maybe H4 or I4. We can try those in a bit. Where's Sagil? So, like, G3, you think? You think it's all the way up there? I don't know about that. I mean, let's look at it again. Alright, so here's the little... this part. Like, it's close to the shore. Like, if anything, I would be leaning towards G2. Or maybe H2. Maybe we should have just stayed on the shore, because I did H3, I did I3. I think we did J3, and then we've done G3. We stayed in 3. Part of me's wondering... You know what? We're going to try H2. I still have not found this church, but it says we've got to, like, Friday, right? I don't know what day of the week we're on, to be honest. Where's the church? Oh, Sagil. Here we go. Let's go drop a poppy. The church isn't hard to find in the smallest hamlet of Sagil. This must be the place. Right, the poppy was medicinal. You. Alright. Oh, so it gives you this every time. So even though we had that wandering view at that one point. Alright, here we go. Alright. Let's archive that. Verona, you're back. You haven't turned anybody into toads lately, have you? Returned from Swinside. I must admit I was hoping for more to go on, but there were certainly signs of a ritual having been performed at the stone circle. And the poor victim, well, the less said about him, the better. Reuben had it right, though. Grisly. I have the beginnings of a theory, but I'd like to run some tests on a sample of the gilded dendra. I don't think we've actually identified the gilded dendra yet. We've mentioned it a couple of times, but we haven't identified it. Do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to dendra's miasma. A sure and painful way to die. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. Alright, so we saw those leaves on one of the plants. I was looking at it for something else, but I don't recall what at the moment. But I didn't look too carefully at it because of the fact... Nope. Okay, the poison's so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. It says my fingers ache from handling this plant. The leaves match-ish. We're gonna try this guy. The gilded dendra. Alright, you are most definitely a poison. Maiden sorrow. Alright, you are a poison, good sir. Let's move you down with the poisons. You hate PT for the, for all the vertigo stuff. Alright, I said we're gonna try H2. Why did I come here? Still failing. Sometime during this day, we will find the appropriate spot. Hopefully. Cross your fingers. And wood. My aunt died 2 weeks ago and I inherited her house. I've been sifting through her possessions and last night I found something unusual. In a forgotten corner of the attic, I found a coffin? More unusual still, it was bound by strong vines, so strong that I cannot cut through them. I immediately thought of your shop. You know about plants, right? She wants a royal gentian? Oh, this is that yellow flower, sometimes called Everheart. The pink flowers of... Oh, pink. Oh, the Everheart. The pink flowers of the royal gentian are made up of 2 large kidney-shaped petals. One of the few known ways to release the bind of swift snare is to apply paste created from the sap of royal gentian. I thought it was this guy, because his also looked kind of like that. But it says pink, and we had Everheart. Oh, you're the worry list. That's right. You are the Everheart. And you are... It's not medicinal, so I guess we'll call you... And it's not a poison, so I guess we will call you... Magic. Alright, let's move you down here. Candlewood, clavilium... Yep, you're alphabetized. There we go. Alright, royal ginger. Okay, so that's its actual name. I called it Everheart. I want to call it what it's called in the book. Let me relabel you. Everheart. I'll put Everheart in afterwards. But you need to be moved. Right here. Oh, it's the end of the day. All right, we've got the will to explore again, Anne. Why did I come here? It irritated your neck to do the physical therapy for that. All right, let's water some plants for a little bit here. I want to try to get this before the end of the day. Okay. All right, Anne. You wanted me to try what, G3, you said? Are we even in the right place, I guess is the next question. Like, I don't... Like, nothing else has this little peninsula of land, I don't think. Like, I don't see any other inlets that have, like, a peninsula... Well, that does, but... I don't think that's correct. It looks like this. Alright, Anne says G3. We're gonna try G3. Why did I come here? Okay, so we've officially tried. Did we try G2? I think we did. We G2, G3, H2, H3, I3, J3. Maybe I4? Can you just put it on top to match it up? I don't know if I can at the moment because... Yeah, I don't have the... Here, let's put this away for a moment. Put you away for a moment. Like, the peninsula doesn't look quite right, but this is, like, it's also supposed to be like a hand drawing, right? Like, that would, my hand drawing of that would look way worse than it actually looks. We're gonna try one more yet this evening. Okay, here we go. This one. I4. Nope. Okay. It's end of day. "5 miles south of the tallest. Well, one, it grows in peace in the midday sun." Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now it had become an obsession. I don't know that we've got heights. Alright, so day 7, Thursday. Alright, we have the will to explore. Let's put some stuff away here. Let's put this clue away for the moment. We're going to try this one. 5 miles south of the tallest. Oh, there's actually, there's meters up here. So Great Gables, 899. 978 for Seafell. That's the tallest I see so far. So Seafell is a good candidate. 902, 859, 393, 609. 573 at Whitefell. I'm leaning towards this guy. Alright, what was our... 5 miles south of the tallest one, it grows in peace in the midday sun. Alright, so 5 miles south. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? There's something else that's actually taller than that? I did Seafell. Oh, Seafell's over on this tile. I go from where the actual words are, and the actual markers on this tile, so I was over one too far. Alright, that's fine. We'll go back to that in a bit. Scoochie there. Good morning, Hellebore. Anne, we've had you before. I was able to strip away the swift snare's vines and lift the lid with more than a little trepidation, I'll admit. To my relief, but also disappointment, the coffin contained nothing but dust. I would appreciate that fact. At least that's what I thought at first, but when I looked closer, I discovered a golden amulet embedded in the gray ash. On the back of the amulet is an inscription that says, "With Solomon's scepter I awake." Solomon's scepter, that's a plant, right? I remember reading about it. Also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate and sometimes Solomon's Scorn, the flowers of the plant are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. That looks promising. All right, I'm going to do something here because we just started the day. I'm going to intentionally mislabel, or I'm going to intentionally use wrong ones so you guys can see what the raising dread thing is. Because I did actually see that once and it is actually kind of cool. So we know it's not you. So that gives us a third of our raising dread. We just use the same plant over and over. Because it does make us restart our day. All right, here we go. A shiver travels down my spine. My mind is broken. So we got a puzzle to put our brain back together. Some days I feel like I could use one of these. Here, this is the other half of this circle. All right, that's not the right piece for there. Are you the right piece for here? No. No. You look correct. And then there's dotted lines. You look next. Nope, just kidding. Your dotted lines are in here. Maybe this guy? Yeah, that looks correct. All right, now you, maybe? Nope, not even close. Nice try, though, Hawk. You're failing miserably. Maybe you? That's not correct. That's not correct either. Nope. Nope. There we go. Then you. Let's take you out. I don't know where you go, but... Putting our brain back together. There we go. I feel revived. My mind is whole again. All right, here we go. So you can see we restart day 7 Thursday.